Good morning everyone. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and at home. In this situation we can't able to meet with each other, but with this recording we can able to learn something. So now we are going to start a new lesson from your computer book, that is lesson number 2, hardware and software. In the previous chapter we have learned that how computer works. So how computer works? Input, process and output. Input, process and output. Input, then process, then output. So this we have learned in lesson number 1. So now we are going to study that how this input, output and process we can able to perform. How computer can able to give you the output, how computer is taking the input and how computer is performing the processing part, that we are going to study in lesson number 2, that is hardware and software. Now what is hardware? First I will simply give you the gist of this lesson, that hardware means the things of the computer, the parts of the computer which we can able to touch and see, that is known as hardware, and the software part helps us to do the processing. So we are going to study what are the different types of softwares and what are the different types of hardware which we are using in our computer. So now the first thing which we study, hardware. The hardware is the thing I told you that we can able to touch and see. We have different types of hardware, like we know computer is having 4 main parts of a computer: monitor, keyboard, CPU and mouse. These 4 are known as hardware. Now with this we have other different hardware, that is speaker, printer, all these are also known as hardware. Like now I am using a mic, this is also known as a hardware. We are using camera, that is also known as a hardware device of a computer. So now we have 3 types of hardware: input device, output device and storage device. All these 3 types comes under hardware. All the hardwares we have differentiated them in the input device, output device and a storage device. So to study about how computer works, input, process and output, we have to differentiate the hardware device also, which we are using for input and which we are using for output. So now first we are going to study about the input device. Input device are the hardware which we are using to input our words, numbers and any picture. If you are using any picture as your input, that also you can able to upload in the computer. So to upload all these things, to give data to the computer, we need an input device. The device which we are using to give the information or data to the computer, that is known as input device. So now we will study that which types of devices are coming under the input device. So we have 4 main parts of the computer, that is monitor, keyboard, mouse and CPU. So from these 4 parts, when we combine all these 4 parts, then we call it as a computer. So from these 4 parts, keyboard and mouse, these both comes under input device. So these 2, keyboard and mouse, are known as input device, because with the help of keyboard and mouse only we can able to give the information or data, we can input information or data to the computer. So now we are going to study that what are the different keys are present on the keyboard. We all have seen that we have 104 number of keys on the keyboard and all the keys perform different function. Like we have categorized in them all the keys on a different category, like alphabet keys, number keys, some function keys are there, some shift keys are there, some tab keys are there, and now we are going to study that what are the different function they are performing. So the first thing which we are going to study, that is alphabetical key. Alphabet keys are used to type the alphabets, any with the help of this alphabet key we can able to form any sentence, we can be able to form any word. So all these alphabet keys are not in alphabetical order on our keyboard. It is present scattered, all the alphabets are scattered, and but all the A to Z alphabets are there on the keyboard. So these alphabet keys are known as alphabet keys, and we are using this alphabet keys to type any word, letter or sentence. So it's clear to all what is alphabet key. Now the next key which we are studying, that is numeric key. Numeric key is used to type the numbers. It is starting from 0 to 9. We have 0 to 9 number of numeric keys on the keyboard. We called it as a num key also or numeric key also. So in your keyboard you have seen numbers are present on two places, on the left side also and on the right side also. So right side key is known as numpad key and left side key is also known as numpad key. When you want to type any number you have to use the number keys. The keys are from 0 to 9. The next key which we are studying, that are known as special keys. Under the special key we have different types of keys. Like the first one we are going to study about the special key. First one which we are going to study about the special key is, first is enter key. First one is enter key. I know you all have learned in the previous class also, but again we are revising the things which we have learned in our previous class. So the first is enter key. Enter key, the function of enter key is to take a new line. Whenever you are typing anything on a computer, after completing one sentence, if you want to move to the next line, you have to press enter key. Enter key will give you a new line to type the things. Or the second function of the enter key is when you want to send any data for processing, then you have to use enter key. Enter key sends the information to the processing device. So these are the two functions of the enter key. Now these enter key, we have two enter keys on our keyboard. So number of enter keys are on the keyboard is 2, and enter key has two functions: to type, to take a new line whenever you are doing typing, or to send data to the processing. To perform the processing we have to use enter key. Now the next key which we are going to study, that is known as symbol key. Symbol key. Symbol key is that punctuation marks like dot, full like dot, comma, punctuation, exclamatory mark, brackets, all this comes under symbol key. So whenever you are typing anything and you want to put a full stop, you want to put a comma, or you want to put a colon, hyphen, exclamatory mark, you want to keep an hash sign, all these things comes under symbol key. So this symbol key which we are using to make our passage very clear, that from which place a new line is getting started and from which place we are ending our passage. For all these things we have to use symbol key. So now the next key which we are moving, that is known as space bar key. Space bar key is the longest key of the keyboard. It is a very long key on our keyboard, and this is space bar key which we are using to give space between any letter, any number, any word or any sentence. When you are typing anything, like if I have written here enter and key, if this thing if I want to type in a computer, I will type enter. So to give this particular space I have to press enter, space bar key, then we can able to give space. So it's clear to all of you what is space bar key. Now we are moving to the next key, that is known as caps lock key. Next is the caps lock key. Caps lock key is used when we are typing something and we want to type it in a capital letter, then we have to press caps lock key. First you have to press caps lock key, then only you can able to type the things in a capital letter. So If you want to type this capital E, you will press the caps lock key from the keyboard, and when you will press E, the letter will come in capital letter. After that, again if you want to type it in a small letter, again press the caps lock key. Again when you will type letter N, it will come in a small letter. So like this you can able to understand that how. So to understand that how you will come to know that your caps lock key is on our keyboard, we have one symbol or status from where we can able to find out that our caps lock key is on or off. When you will on the caps lock key, from the status light you can check that if light is on, it means your caps lock key is on, and if light is off, it means your caps lock key is off. When caps lock key is on, you can type it on capital. When caps lock key is off, you can type it on small letters. So it's clear to all what is caps lock key. Now the next part which we are moving, that is known as backspace key. The fifth key which we are learning, that is known as backspace key. Backspace key means we are moving backside. When you are typing something, like whenever we are writing something, we make a mistake. So when we are writing with a pencil, we are erasing whatever mistake we are doing. But in a computer, when you are doing the typing work, if you are have typed anything wrong and you want to erase it, then you have to use backspace key. Backspace key works like an eraser. But the thing is that backspace key deletes the letter, number or any symbol from the left side of the cursor. It will only delete the letters which are present on the left side of the cursor. If I have typed this and my cursor is present on this particular page, this is a cursor, small blinking line. Cursor is known as a small blinking line. If this cursor is present on this place and by mistake in place of Y I have written G. So if I want to erase it, I will press backspace key. This cursor will move back and it will erase this letter, and again I can able to type a new letter. So in this way backspace key work. Now next key which we are using to erase, that is known as delete key. We have two types of key that we are using to erase something. So the sixth number is delete key. The work of delete key is also to erase, but the difference between this backspace key and the delete key is this delete key erases the letter from the right side. Backspace key deletes from the left, and this will delete from the right side of the cursor. Right side of the cursor means if my cursor is present on this place, this is my cursor and it is in front of K. Now I want to delete this letter K, then only I will press delete key. If I will press backspace key, then what will happen? This E will be deleted. But if I want to delete K, I have to press delete key. Delete key will delete from the right side and backspace key will delete from the left side. Both the keys are used to erase if we are doing any mistake while doing typing. So the next key which we are moving, that is known as shift key. This is a very important key because without shift key we cannot type any character. You all have seen on your keyboard where numbers are given, just at the top of that we have different types of character. So to use that different types of character, we have to use shift key. With the help of shift key, we have two shift keys on our keyboard, and how we will use that shift key? First we have to press shift key and then you will press the character, whichever particular character you want to use, like bracket, full stop, comma, hash sign, @ sign. All these characters if you want to use, you have to first press shift key and then you will press that particular key whichever character you want to use, that character will be typed. So the use of shift key is to help you to type all the characters. Now next key is that tab key. Tab key will help you to move the cursor tab key. See, I told you when we are pressing spacebar key, only one spacebar key will leave. But if you want to leave a 5 space, when you want to leave 5 space, so what you will do, instead of pressing spacebar key, will press tab key. Tab key will move the cursor 5 space to the right side. So if my cursor is present on this place and I want to press, if I will press tab key, what will happen? This cursor will take a 5 steps to the right side. But if I will press space bar key, cursor will take only 1 step. But if when I will press tab key, it will move 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 times and it will come on this place. So it's clear to all of you. We have learned different types of keys. Now last key which we are studying, that is known as function key. Function key means, in our keyboard we all have seen that at the topmost line is F1, F2 till F12. All these keys have different types of function and the function changes according to the operating system installed in our computer. If you have Windows 7, the function of this F1, F2 and till F12 is having some different function, and if you are having any different operating system, this function key will work differently. So we have function key till F1 to F12. So the 9th key which we are studying, that is known as function key. Now the last one, 10th one, is navigation keys. Navigation keys. So we have different types of navigation keys. Now in that navigation key, first we will study about the direction keys. We have 4 different types of direction key, that is right direction, left direction, up and down. This we call it as a cursor movement key. So now we will study about all these 4 keys. Now we will study about all these 4 keys, like direction key. If you want to move cursor to the right side, you have to press the right cursor key. If you want to move to the left side, you will press the right arrow key, left arrow key, and if you want to move up and down, you have to press up key and down key. But whichever key you will press, according to that your cursor is going to move. Now in that we have some navigation keys also, that is home key, end key, previous key, page down key and page up key. What will happen when you will press the home key, cursor will move to the beginning of the paragraph. If you are typing from this particular place and you are pressing the home key, cursor will come to the beginning place. When you will press the end key, cursor will come to the end place. So this how home key will work, it will take you the beginning part and end key will take you to the end part. If you are pressing page up key, what will happen? If this is a one page, when you will press page up key, the cursor will take the page up and you can able to see the next page. And if you are in the next page and you want to see the previous page, you will press page down key. With the help of all this key, you can navigate on your screen. Now we will move to the next topic. Now we have studied about all the keys of the keyboard. We have different types of keys, that is enter, symbol, space bar, caps lock, backspace, delete, shift, tab, function and navigation. Now we will study about a mouse. So for a mouse we have, you all know we have 3 buttons on a mouse. 3 buttons means first is right button, left button and a scroll wheel. Again I will repeat, right button, left button and a scroll wheel. All these 3 buttons have different types of function. We need all these 3 buttons when we are using a mouse, because without the help of all these 3 buttons we cannot perform any work with the help of a mouse. So first I will show you the picture of a mouse. This is the picture of a mouse. Now we will study about a mouse. Now we will move to the next hardware device, that is a mouse. Mouse is having 3 buttons. I already told you that mouse we are having 3 buttons, that is left button, right button and a scroll wheel. So what is the use of left button? Left button we are using to open any icon or to open any program. Whenever you want to open something, you have to double click on the left button and you can able to open any program. So what we can do, we can do single click and we can do double click from on the left button, but only single click we can able to do on the right button of a mouse. Right button is used to open a list of commands. Only that much work we need from the right button, it opens a list of commands. But left button we are using mostly, that is we can able to open any program, we can double click to open any program, and we are using single click to select any item. So and scroll wheel we are using to move the page up and down. So all these three functions are there of a mouse. Now with the other input device which we are studying, that is a microphone, trackball, joystick, light pan, web camera and a scanner. All these devices have different type of work. Like microphone we use to record our voice. Trackball is used to play a game. It is a type of rolling ball. When you are playing a game, then you can able to use this trackball. Joystick also is used when you are playing any game. This light pen like whenever we are studying in a computer or in your class also, you have seen when we are using our smart board, we need a stylus to write on our smart board. So light pen is also a type of a pen which we are using to do the writing work on any pad. We have a one kind of pad in which we are using this pen. Now next part is web camera. Web camera we are using to do the live chats, or you want to share your videos, then time you can able to use this web camera. Now the last one is a scanner. Like printer gives you the printout, but scanner give you the scanned files and that will be saved in your computer. So these all are our hardware input device. Now we will move to the next part, that is known as output device. Output device means output device are used to take the output from the computer. Whatever input we are giving, with the help of that input we can able to see the output. So to see the output we need an output device. Like I told you, monitor, speaker and printer. These three are our output devices. Monitor will show you the output, printer will give you the printout, and from the speaker you can able to listen any sound which is saved in your computer. So this output device we are using to take the output from a computer. So now next we will move to the storage device. Storage devices, storage means whatever we learn from the books, whatever we learn from somewhere, we keep it in our mind, we store it in our mind. In the same way, if you want to store something in a computer, you need a memory. So this is known as storage device, where you can able to save your things which you have already done, whichever work you have performed in a computer, that work you want to save, that will be saved in your storage device. We have different types of storage device, that is hard disk and pen drive and CD, DVD. All this comes under storage device. We are using the storage device to save. CD can store up to 700 MB of your data. We have different types of pen drives, like some pen drive is of 2 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB and like that. And hard disk also we have 500 MB, we have 1 TB, and all these different sizes we have to store our things. So all these three types comes under storage device: hard disk, CD, DVD and pen drive. Pen drive is also known as a flash drive because it is very small and we can able to take it from one place to another. Now we will move to the next part, that is known as software. Like hardware, I told you we can able to touch and see, but software we cannot able to touch. We can able to see what are the programs are there, the set of small instructions which we are using, that is known as software. So software we are using to perform our work. Without a software in our computer, we cannot able to perform. Whenever you are purchasing a computer, you have to install some softwares to make it work. So now we will study about two types of different software. We have two types of software, that is system software as well as application software. So what is the difference between these two types of software and why we require that we are going to study? System software means the software which is very important for the computer and the software which controls the functioning of a computer, that comes under system software. Like operating system is a very important software and it controls all the different parts of a computer which we are connecting to the computer. With the help of operating system only we can able to use a speaker, we can able to use any printer or scanner, trackball, all these different input device also which we have studies. With the help of system software only we can able to use it. When you are connecting printer to your computer, first you have to install the software which we are using to use that particular printer, then only we can able to work on that particular printer. So this is known as system software. System software controls all the working of the computer. Now we will move to the next part, that is application software. Application software consists of a program which does only particular tasks. Like we have different types of application software, Microsoft Office, MS Paint, any game or MS Excel, all this comes under an application software because it performs only particular tasks. If you want to do paint, you will open a paint and you will do painting on a computer, but if you want to type you have to open WordPad or MS Word software. So that is why we called it as an application software, because it performs only one thing. So now we will revise again that what is software. Software is a particular program or a set of instructions which we are giving to computer to work. Software is of two types, application and system software. So these two softwares we are using to make our computer work. Without system software we cannot able to work on a computer. That is very important part of our computer. And application software means the software which performs only one task, that is known as application software. So all these things are important to make our computer work. Now I will tell you that input, output and input process and output. So we have already learned that what are the input device, keyboard and mouse. We have learned different types of keys of the keyboard. I told you different types of mouse also we have. We have 3 buttons on the mouse and the working of that 3 button is different. So now to make this use of this input device, whatever instruction you are giving to the computer, it will get processed. To do the processing we have one device that is known as CPU, that is central processing unit. Whatever information you are giving from the keyboard and mouse or from any input device, that is going to the processing machine and it is getting processed, and output device is showing us the output of that particular input. So to see the input we need a monitor, we need a speaker, we need a printer. So these comes under input, processing, output, and after getting output, if you want to save that output you need a storage device. Storage device is used to store the things. Now to make the processing work we need a software. To use all this hardware we need a software. So softwares are a set of instructions which we are giving to the computer to work properly. We have two types of software, system software and application software. So these softwares work like that. Now I will tell you that whatever we have studied now, first you have to go through the chapter, read the chapter, then very easily you can able to understand the things. Now I already informed you when we have done the lesson number 1 that we will not make any copy. We will write in a sheet of a paper. After every lesson you have to paste one center page, 4 lines. In that only we will write the answer the following. Rest all the exercise which are given at the back of the book, that we are doing it in our book itself. So all the exercise part you will get in WhatsApp group. I will make a PDF file, and in that you will get all the exercise, and that exercise you will note down in your book and answer the following in a sheet of paper and paste it in between the exercise pages. You have to paste your that particular paper. So here we have true false, fill in the blanks, answer in one word, pick the correct answer and answer the following question, and think and answer. All these things you have to do it in your book except answer the following. Take one sheet of paper, and like the sheet of paper you have to take, and in that sheet of paper you have to write, and you will paste this paper between page number 16 and 17. So like this we can able to complete our work. So again I am telling you that whatever I have explained, first you read the chapter, then you can able to understand the things. First you see the video, read the chapter, and then you will get all the exercise in your WhatsApp group. So from there you can able to complete it. Thank you.